Psych for twos.
Start recording.
Dude, you have Sonic.
Stop fucking running around, dog.
Dude, I'm sorry.
Is this
Dude,
a
I'm
recording
sorry.
setup?
Stop.
Dude,
Yes, we're good to go.
Dude, I'm sorry.
I'm here. I'm banished to the here.
Yeah, you're fucked. You gotta sit on the couch.
I have to sit up.
Chair, yeah.
Do I have to sit
You
up?
don't know, because
back?
you can pull the chair forward. You have a mobile chair.
Oh my god, I can pull the chair
You can
forward.
do anything you fucking want.
Oh, yes.
And then you can pull that down even lower if you want. And you can put it exactly
right on my penis.
We're at Chaos Island. I lost my Dr. Pepper. Dude, I'm gonna run out of steam.
You can have mine if you want. I'm willing to share.
Dude, I can't have lost
I'm like
my Dr.
Cody
Pepper.
from Sister Wives
now?
in the fact that I'm willing to share.
Where's my Dr. Pepper, dude?
Oh, fuck! Where is it? So this is actually something kind of cute. When Sonic goes through the game, he keeps sucking in all this like bad juju.
All this black stuff.
Yeah, well,
What?
what? No, I mean,
It's black energy, dude.
You said nothing weird there. Why'd you react that
Why
way?
are you?
What do you mean? I don't know what I'm talking. Anyways, moving on.
Why are you moving on the?
No, Andrew. Actually, let's go back to that weird point we made. It reminds me of something that happened earlier.
So he starts putting his hand on his head because he's getting tired. He's like, I'm fucking tired, dog. So the more you go through the game, the more he like puts his hand on his head, and it's only like super noticeable.
Is it because he's tired, or is it because of the bad juju?
It's because of the bad juju.
Yeah, look at
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's like, fuck.
Wait, actually, because we're playing the update,
The
you
head
can just be like,
hands Mario image
Oh, true.
on the
how do
stairs.
you?
The photo mode in this game is very fucked. Like, and there's also not that many features to it, so you have to catch Sonic in like a good moment.
Dude, I mean, this is a good moment right here. If the camera would just
That was
Go
that was
down.
me after eating the Grimace meal at McDonald's.
Holy shit. We had the Grimace shake, and it actually made all of us feel like we were gonna fucking die.
The meme isn't lying.
No,
you
it's
feel
real.
like awful. I feel like I want to
My
vomit all
stomach
over
was so
myself
upset. It was horrible.
and die. I think we also just had
Look at that.
cinematic.
There
I
it
think we
is.
also just had the most back alley, cracked out McDonald's imaginable that we got our
that
food
is
from.
true. That's true. Because no one goes there because there's a Chick-fil-A right down there.
And it's so
Right
much
down
better.
the way. Oh, it's so much better.
Kind of fell off though.
Yeah.
What the
Dude, this is a fucking
Look at those
killer picture.
ground. Hey, honestly,
That's not
pretty
bad.
It's pretty solid ground texture.
Yeah.
no, it is.
Yeah. I mean, people
texture
complain about
library
it and
went
shit,
crazy.
but
You can never. I haven't seen a video game that didn't have shitty ground textures.
no, I agree.
It doesn't exist, bro.
Like who
I mean,
fucking
if
cares?
you put grass on
You-
there, then it can look nice.
You know how
Yeah.
expensive it'll be to put high quality graphics across the entirety of the fucking ground?
No, you're right. Okay, Breath of the Wild did it nice, but also,
Also, I think
the
just
art style,
I think
though.
just recent games have.
I think because
Yeah,
people have found out that you can put like grass on shit and it'll make it look nice enough.
Cover it up.
Yeah. I think we get the idea, dog.
I'm trying to get like an album cover.
He's gonna get it right.
I'm
Oh,
trying
that
to get
kinda
the
looked like
album
one with
cover.
the shadow.
Oh, Ellie is
Oh my
playing this episode,
God.
by the way. Part of it is low key because I hate Chaos Island in a way.
Oh, the truth comes out.
The truth come out. This is honestly a lot of people complain about this part of the game, and I think a lot of it's overreaction, but not all of it. I think it has a lot of problems.
It is a Christmas tree.
You said that? I didn't know what you said. Cause I just I was like, okay. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about, dog?
You know
But-
what?
What's up?
I fuck with how this game handled all the shit in the sky. Unlike a recent game that came out that handled it much more poorly than this. Because, like, this game...
You stuttered. A point invalid.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
This game has a lot of stuff, like...
Yeah.
This game has a lot of stuff in the sky, but I feel like it
yeah.
doesn't, like, clog up the environment.
People would disagree with you on that. Like,
Really?
People would visually disagree with you. When you're playing the game, it's a very different experience.
I don't
Yes.
feel like it visually clogs up shit. I think it looks
that
fine.
was like one of the big complaints people had because it, like, you can see rails all over the sky.
See,
Like,
but
This looks fucking stupid.
if I was if I was a Sonic player and I was playing the game, if I saw that shit all up in the sky, I'd be like, ooh, I wouldn't go to that.
See,
Yeah.
that's what most people that play the game experience because you are running around and you see these rails and you're like, that's a cool fucking platform challenge. Like, it's a good time. But a lot of people who were watching the early footage and you know, trailers leading up to it were like, there's just too much shit in the sky. It looks too stupid.
I thought this game looked like dog shit in the early footage of it.
Everybody did.
Yeah.
A lot of people did.
It was rough.
I was one of the few defenders.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I think you were very much like, yeah, I don't know.
When we saw all this shit, I was like, look, I'm gonna be honest with you, like, we don't know anything about this game, and a lot of people are making a lot of assumptions. Yeah, and that was a really, really big part of the discussion surrounding the game initially. It was like people were making these insane assumptions about how fucking trash the game would be.
Wait.
Yeah, I put on the boost thing. So
beautiful.
Oh my god, update 2 changed a lot of things and made the game very, very different. So as you can see, Ellie's jumping around, and when he boosts and jumps, he keeps his momentum. I don't know if you noticed this, Josh. Last time we played the game, that didn't happen. They added that in an update. That's pretty cool.
They seem like they're good about that.
Yeah, this game's been getting a lot of really consistent updates and
that
a
are
lot
like
of
actually helpful and not just arbitrary.
So they also added the spin dash, which we will not be showing off in this because you have to unlock it through some kind of a low-key kind of bullshit stuff. They added these like action challenges around all of the islands, and they're fun. They're cute. You have to get an S rank on every single one of them to unlock the spin dash.
Do it.
Which is dumb. I'm gonna do it eventually. I need to do it in my own time, but it's kind of silly. And I've seen people say like, oh well, I mean, it's broken, and yeah, the spin dash is kind of broken, but
In a fun way.
yeah, and it's broken in a fun way, and also there are action challenges over every single island in the game. So in order to do all of them, you already have to be at the end of the game.
Damn.
So it's like
That's when you get the spin dash, the fucking end?
you have to have gone through all the islands to get the spin dash.
Well, that's dumb. That
So-
seems like a useful thing to have early.
It's honestly not that. It's fun and it's really fun to use. It's not super useful, and that was actually a big concern I had when we were like going through like the motions of them being like, yeah, we're gonna add the spin dash. I was like, well, what? It might be kind of redundant, because that's an issue a lot of Sonic fan games fall into, where like they think about it like this, right? You got the boost, instant speed. You've got the drop dash, also pretty much instant speed. Then you add the spin dash, and it's like, okay, you charge it up, and then you get speed. What's the difference between that and the boost, right? It's just a worse version of the boost, and that's the case in 90% of Sonic fan games that it shows up in.
Yeah.
And I thought it was going to be a very similar case in this game. Not at all. They really kind of did an overhaul of what the spin dash was, and made it something that was really super cool and useful.
But you can't get it until you're
No, you can't get it
it.
until you do all the action challenges and S rank them, which I think the S rank was super unnecessary. Like, Loki, really dumb, because it's already a grind to go through all 40 of them in order
Fucking
to.
40?
Yeah, there's like 5. Well, is it 40? I think it's like 30 or 40.
Compared to recent games, it's not crazy numbers.
No,
For
no.
100%. Well, 40 is kind of crazy.
But you have to
numbers.
S rank all of them, which means you'll probably be playing them multiple times.
What's your limit on that kind of shit for like 100%ing? Are you much of a 100%er?
No. I'll do it for games when something is reasonable.
Yeah.
But in a lot of cases,
Extremely reasonable.
yeah,
like that's the only condition when it's very reasonable.
it has to be reasonable and it has to be fun content.
I'm kind of. I'll 100% even if it's kind of torturous sometimes. I have my limit. I have my limit compared to most.
That's fair, and like I've been okay. I do go out of my way to do things that I think are low key boring for 100%, because like I've been going back to Tears of the Kingdom and I've been like looking for all the shrines, and like going through a lot of
fun.
they're. You get to some of them where it's like you find
they're
a
mixed
cave.
bag.
Yeah, some of the shrines are literally just like, hey,
Like you find a cave
have
and
a
then
gift.
There's that.
I
Yeah.
hate that, and that's like half of them.
Yeah.
That's
But
fair.
when you stumble across them, it's fine.
12.
It's
No.
honestly refreshing when you go through.
over Raru's blessing. No, I stumble upon it. And it's like, are you kidding me?
If
What?
it, the only
No, I find Raru's blessing. I find Raru's blessing refreshing when I go through like a really difficult cave and I get to the shrine and I'm like, oh god, I'm gonna have to do a whole shrine.
Yeah, well, because the cave leading up to it is the shrine essentially.
Yeah,
and I think in that case scenario it's good, but then you also get things where it's like it's a shrine that you need to use to teleport to like an area that leads up to a dungeon, and then they make it Raru's blessing, and it's like, dog. I think they did that like once or twice.
Yeah,
I
can get.
I
it would be
remember like
annoying.
getting into like a really simple cave and just going in, and it's like, oh,
Yeah.
Raru's blessing. It's like that's what so many of them felt for me.
It does.
Oh.
It does feel kind of lazy, as well. They could have just designed an easy shrine. It doesn't have to just be have a gift.
Yeah.
It does seem kind of lazy where they're just like, I don't really want to make a shrine.
I don't know if it's necessarily like out of laziness, more so that it is out of like,
I wouldn't really call a lot of things in game dev lazy. Personally, more just like
It
it's
seems
not,
kinda
not
lazy,
necessarily
though.
even about game dev. I just like that game in general. Like none of it feels like lazy. It just all feels like misplaced. An action challenge.
oh fuck.
So this is what the action challenge is that they added an update to. You essentially just grab these orbs
That
and
looks
do.
miserable.
If you beat enemies and stuff as well, it does things. And like if you grab rings during it, like it'll also
You're
do that.
intended to follow these paths, though.
Yeah, but it'll like take you to things and give you rings, and like it's not bad. Especially
What
if you turn it on
difficulty are we
easy.
on?
We're on hard, so this one
Yeah.
will be bad.
Yeah, we're not. Yeah.
But if you turn it down to easy, like it's not too tough. But
Oh.
you're kind of killing it actually, dude. You're already an S.
What?
You can just stand still. Oh shit, this thing. A
What
fortress. But yeah, you have to get an S rank for all of these to get the spin dash, and like it hasn't taken people that long, and you can turn it down to easy mode, and it will affect how fast your ranking builds up. So like, and you can change unless you're on extreme mode, which is a new thing that I'll talk about in a minute because I think it's kind of shit, but
Silly.
it's silly. But well, I'll get into it in just a second. But like, you have to get an S rank for all these. If you turn it down to easy mode, it makes it easier to get it. It's not that bad, and I've seen people getting it like pretty quickly.
The
in the
difficulty
community.
you can just arbitrarily turn.
Yeah, you
to
can
whatever
change
you
it.
want.
Yeah, you can change it
that's
whenever
fine.
you want, except if you're on extreme.
Then
Yeah.
you're stuck.
Well, you should probably keep it on hard
Yeah, no.
because there is a secret ending, which is kind of dumb. It's on the hard mode, but you have to play hard to get the secret ending. And the final boss is made. I don't want to say better. It's made longer by the secret ending.
I guess it doesn't end because like in the original it just kind of ends abruptly.
Yeah.
So I guess in that sense it's like I guess it's more complete, but it isn't. As you said, it's not better per se. It's weird.
It's an interesting use of content. Like we'll see it at some point, but the final boss is like
You going into cyberspace?
kind of weird.
Why not?
Let's do it. Is it this island or is it the last one that you get into like a lot of the unique level design?
I think it's the last one, but
Last
it's
one?
kind of might be here too.
I think it's kind of interspersed throughout. I know there was like one or two in the previous areas.
Green Hill Zone.
This one's actually pretty sick. I like this one a lot. I was saying something. I completely lost my train of thought. Extreme mode. Dude, extreme mode is really dumb. It's like,
This
It's
seems like a weird
stupid.
game to have like a super hard mode.
I don't necessarily think it's like a weird thing to have an extreme mode in this game. I think the way they handle it is what's bad about it.
What makes it extreme? Just
You die in one hit. So rings don't matter at all. And
rings don't matter.
Yeah,
so
'cause,
it
like-
makes enemies fights harder. And then what? Are the time
That's it.
challenges like
No,
slightly
that's
decreased?
it. It just makes the enemy battles harder. From what I understand.
That's kind of dumb.
And I think it would have been fine if they made it like you can take a few hits or like the normal amount of hits you can take in hard, but your rings don't. You can't pick back up rings. Right? Like I think that would have been a good
I think
way of handling
usually
it.
extremely hard modes are more complex than just.
Well,
you
they
die in one
should
hit,
be,
though.
but I think a lot of them just end up being like, just make the enemies damage sponges and do this, or this, where it's like,
that's fair.
You die in one hit.
We've had this conversation before. It's hard to determine.
I don't know if we've had it like
Not
in this context.
Yeah. I think Ellie was on the nose about it's the best to do it however that he thinks the game developers should.
It all depends on like what the game is and like how the game is structured. But like for this especially, I think that's fucking stupid. Like the extreme mode was such a shitty way of handling
It doesn't seem like it needs an extreme though, or like difficulty in general. You know.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of the difficulty you get from a Sonic game is more so with the platforming
Or
than it
like
is with
you
like
have these
fighting and
levels
stuff.
where you need to
Oh,
like
dude, good shit.
do it where you have to like do it super quick and get all the collectibles and do all this shit
Yeah,
to get
like,
S. So I don't understand why you need another difficulty.
I feel like
in
an
the
I feel like an
common mode.
extreme mode would have been better suited for the game if it was like these challenges that you do in cyberspace are harder.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
That's what I was
exactly.
thinking
Yeah,
it
yeah,
would do.
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't know why this like overworld you're in right now needs to be more challenging.
I can understand them wanting to make the
Actually, no. I guess there is like mini boss battles. And
yeah, making
stuff.
the combat like slightly more difficult would have made a lot of sense, but making it so that you die in one hit to anything,
It's just some gimmick mode at that point.
yeah, it's a very, very, very gimmick mode, and then you run into a lot of platforming challenges where if you're just like running, like the reason Sonic has rings that you can recollect is because you're going to be going so fast, you will run into something.
Better have good reaction speed.
Yeah, so like, well, it's not even that at that point, because like even the best Sonic players will run into like a spike. You know, like it's gonna happen.
I would never.
You would never do?
Me
All right.
personally would never.
Let's see about that. We're almost there. We're getting there.
No, thank you. Actually,
What other things? Oh, auto combo. You turn that off.
I don't like it that much because the combos are so simple to input that it's like I might as well. just do
I
them
actually,
myself.
because they had auto combo, I never learned how to do a lot of them. Because I would just like spam the button and it would
you
just
got stuck
work.
to your training wheels. Never learned how to ride the bike.
Damn.
No, because auto combos you couldn't turn off.
You riding your fucking 4-wheel fucking bike.
I
with
think
the
keep
training
on the
wheels on it?
slot machine actually, because it does give you a lot of stuff. Because that's like the best way to grind out tokens for fishing. But yeah, no, they didn't. They didn't let you turn off auto combo in the beginning.
What?
They didn't. Auto combo was a thing always. I'm pretty sure. I don't think you could turn it off.
Yeah, you could.
Did you do it?
Yeah,
What?
you could always turn off auto.
I didn't know that.
Fucking training wheels ass baby ass
Damn.
bitch.
Well,
Fucking
fuck.
4-wheeled bike motherfucker.
No, auto combo really doesn't change that much. Realistically, you're going to be doing the exact same thing that auto combo started
Yeah.
making you do.
Yeah, but at least he gets to do it. That
Well,
exists in
and-
a lot of things.
Yeah. Dude, this is something I hate too. When you do a homing attack, but you jump right before, and like, so you end up doing like one of like. Can I?
What are you trying to show off?
How does
Let's
that
hear it.
move? Oh,
homing
yeah,
shot.
this. Yeah, you do a dash to homing attack. Is this
Yeah.
dash to square?
A lot of the combat stuff in this game is just undercooked. And like it didn't need to be anything crazy, and like I'm not gonna honestly like cut the game that many points for having meh combat. Because I've never really understood the focus that some Sonic games have on
It
like
looks
combat.
Fine. I feel like combat in a lot of games is kind of brainless, and that's fine.
That's fair. That's fair. And especially when you're doing so many other things that do require some type of like
I think
input.
I think it's hard to have a game that has it all, you know, where
Yeah.
the combat is, because there's definitely games with really cool in-depth combat systems that are unique and work really well.
Yeah.
But like you usually have to be like pushing out there on a game to get there, you know, like you're trying some shit. So it's
Yeah.
hard for that to land on top of everything else that like the same sort of thing needs to be the case.
Yeah. No,
You're
I agree
pushing
with
out
that.
there and have it land. So I don't know. If games default to just kind of having brainless combat, I'm like, nah, I'm fine with that.
I like when they yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Well, yeah.
I like it when like I like combat focused games.
Yeah, no, I agree. But again, that's combat-focused games, and other parts of the game are usually kind of brainless.
And like, I think for what Sonic is, like the combat didn't need to be anything crazy.
No.
And like,
I'm surprised it was in at all.
To be honest, yeah.
And it is better for it.
Yeah, I agree.
Are people online still worried about your view on this game in these videos? Because I know there's the one fucking tweet you pulled up or whatever that was like,
This brain dead take of these fake Sonic fans on
Oh
Sonic
my
Frontier.
God, yeah. No,
is
I
that
haven't-
still happening?
I haven't heard anything from them.
Okay, so I'm going to be honest. I don't think Josh watches this far into the videos, so I'm going to use this to my advantage. This tweet that I just showed was not actually created by a person that's real. That's the only reason I felt comfortable showing it, because this person's not real. They're me. They're me on an alt account who has purposely tried to be the most toxic person imaginable so that I could make a toxic tweet about our Let's Play series so I could gaslight him into thinking that we were getting negative comments so that at the end of the series I could show him the tweet and be like, yo, could you proofread this and get him to react to it. I don't know if I'm still doing that. That was like a really one-time bit, and I completely forgot about it until I brought it up in this playthrough. But I have to do it now, so it's locked in, loaded.
Are we getting bullied still?
No, we're not getting bullied. We're
I hope
good.
they're still hate watching us personally. I think that'd be
I think that would be
funny.
really, really funny.
Shout out to you if you're hate watching this right now.
Godspeed.
Congratulations.
You know what? I'm sure they are.
Hey, honestly, this might have made their day.
True.
Oh my god! The people I'm hate watching are shouting me out. No
True.
hate. No hate from me to you. Just shout out.
No hate.
Just shout out.
Shout out. We love to
Ellie,
see
you're not
it.
doing as well.
For context, there was a tweet that surfaced of someone being like, "Fuck these dudes."
See, okay.
That was pretty funny.
I love the tweet was like these like fake Sonic fans as well, and I'm just looped into that. As,
He was right on the nose with you, to be honest.
what?
You're a fake Sonic fan, dog.
I'm pretty sure explicitly in the first episode we're like, hey, Josh does not play Sonic.
No, you do not play Sonic.
I don't.
Oh,
But I'm a
dude.
fake Sonic fan.
I get this would be something interesting for you to know. So,
Oh, well.
combat has who fucking cares? I'm probably not gonna unlock it in this file anyways, but so combat was kind of a thing that was
Get your fat ass back here.
combat is something that's been kind of present in Sonic for a long time for some fucking reason. I don't get it.
You don't like it?
No, because everything up until this game was just like homing attack, and then occasionally do something else, like do a bounce or something. So you
Yeah.
like homing attack and do like a bounce bracelet in a minute. Like that was not fun. And even when you got
I
like
can imagine.
you,
Go.
it was fun every once in a while when you like homing attack onto something and like bounce bracelet onto them, and it made like landing on a platform feel.
I think the
Satisfying.
bounce bracelet in general is just a really cool way of preserving like momentum.
Yeah, but that's not about like it doesn't add anything super valuable to combat.
Oh no.
So like you'd have this combat that was like trying to be forced into a game that really wasn't built for it. I think Heroes is the best example of that.
Oh, yeah.
Heroes was
Yeah.
fucked for that.
I mean, Heroes is also Heroes.
Heroes has its own set of. I need to finish every story in that game,
Child.
but I
I
just.
finished Sonic's and I feel like I feel like I got enough out of that game.
Oh, but you haven't even played the worst parts.
No,
Exactly.
but the
Torture yourself.
I
the
just
sake
I
of
heard the level design
experiencing
was done
content.
by two people, and it was Izuka and another guy, and the other guy had to leave, and Izuka almost died making that level design because he was the only person, and
Yeah,
it shows.
it really does show.
Poor guy.
Yeah, I mean that's probably why he did end up throwing all those fucking enemies in there. It's like make it feel a little longer, right?
Yeah.
God damn it, I don't want to do it anymore. And then
Okay.
just for fun.
Whatever that was.
I just got stopped on it.
So you're taunting it.
But yeah, like that game had a lot of really bad combat, and like I've never understood the focus people a lot of people have on like, oh, I want to do combat shit in Sonic, because there is like a section of the community that like kind of enjoys that. And
Yeah. Fuck that section of the community.
so true.
develop new opinions
Be better.
that are better than yours that are current.
But yeah, it's like this weird section of the community that really loves combat, and like there was a focus on that for a while with like even in 06 there was like some level of that.
Yeah, but 06 had the thing of stringing enemies together for like to keep. This is a weird meta thing, but like you could like score attack was pretty fun when you were stringing enemies together, and there was like
No, if your controller dies, by the way, I'm sorry. It's orange or whatever.
Oh,
I don't
no,
know what
it's
that
just-
means. Oh,
keep some mic off.
You fucking
okay.
dumbass.
I didn't know. I don't.
Training wheels ass, baby ass
Fuck you.
bitch.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
does the orange light do?
I haven't had a PS5 for
low
like 5
battery.
minutes. Orange mean low battery.
Dude,
Orange mean low battery with the PS4 controller. Orange mean low
Orange low battery. I will have PS5 for 2 years.
You
I
can
don't
turn
know what's
off
going on.
auto?
No, I'm sorry, 5 months.
I did not know that. You fucking turn off your brain every day, Josh. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah. What about it, bitch?